I feel like we've been hiding a dirty secret and now you know about it and everything feels alright.
Well, we have. This is dirty.
It says dirty.
It was a bit of a secret.
Yeah, it was a secret. Such a beautiful day. Hi! Woodpeckers just came and sat down in front of me. It's amazing what goes on in our garden. A bit of a blue. Don't know if it's... Little original. Hey lovers. Last week we did a full house tour, and if you want to see that, head back to episode 9. But this week, by demand, as someone so nicely put in the comments, we're going to show you all the yucky bits. The yucky bits we look forward to fixing though. Right, come on, let's go on with it.
Alright, here we go. Let's have a look at the roof, eh? Well, at the chimney. We've all seen the roof from the inside. It's a bit dodgy here, but we'll figure it out. Because obviously this bit of the ladder is leaning on the part where it's rotten through. Don't do this at home.
Problem number 1.
Alright, steady, steady. Here we are. On the roof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots. I don't actually know if you can see it. There you go. That's full. Full. It's a beautiful garden. So yeah, the chimney needs to be cleaned. That'll be a job, but I don't think that's a job for me. I think that's a job for, what's it called? The chimney? Sultana. And then up here, I'm pretty sure you put metal over these parts to protect it. That's all blown off there. There's a little bit left. This is a bit of relaid. Some of the tiles underneath, it's all gone. Well, not all of it, but most of it. And there's the other side. Beautiful garden. Right, let's go down. So we've still got the window that doesn't close that we need to redo. We leave it open, we don't cover it up because we want it to be able to dry out and not keep the moist in. The last one is always such an annoying one. I don't really want to use that last step on here because that's hanging over. So, and then very stable steps. I mean, don't really have to point it out, do I? It's quite obvious. Need a new door. That's beyond repairing. A bit of ventilation going on here. It's all gone. So yeah, new little door here. It'd be nice. Might be nice to just do a full window. When you're taking all the paint off and repainting. Most of the wood is in pretty good nick, but there's a few bits and bobs that'll need some attention. Up here, the flat roof definitely needs, at some point, replacing. The gutters need to come off, and we need new ones. Might be able to salvage a few. Maybe just if we have new buckles stitched and replace them, maybe repaint on this fella. And yeah, you can, I don't know if you can see it, but there's big holes underneath the flat roof. It has some water damage, but mainly in between the layers. I did some patching up with the worst bits.
Alright, apart from the obvious, which is the fact that the whole house needs redecorating, we're not going to go through all those bits because we'd be here all day. We're just going to point out some of the trickier bits. Some may say worse. We say challenging. This. That. All of the windows. Now, they're beautiful, original. We're going to try to restore them. But just to give you an idea, first of all, how wicked are these? Full of black fly again. Absolute nightmare. These windows come apart, which is really cool. You flick up here, and just like that, and just like that. Ta-da! Now, as you can see, all of the, what do you call this?
Putty?
Yeah, all the putty is obviously, I mean, beyond old and crumbled. So we're going to be taking these windows out and learning how to redo the putty, and the frames that need replacing in terms of the wood, we will do. But for the most part, they're actually pretty good condition and kind of romantic. You'll hear me say that a lot. This is the doorbell. It's a little loose. The wiring is a little chaotic. All right, onwards. As you saw in last week's video, someone's cat's got a little bit scratch happy on the wall here. And a few of you have already suggested how we can just cover this up and preserve it instead of taking all the boards off. Bit more to do up there as well. Bit more to do. But you'll see that all over the house. All right, I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
In the living room, I think we're all quite well acquainted with what the issues are. Our number one favourite hole in our lives. We've got this.
Crack-a-lung.
The crack-a-lung. I love a dad joke. Yeah, so crack-a-lung is going to need a specialist to look whether this is cosmetic or... I swear it's grown. I swear it's got wider. It's just me, or has that got wider?
I'm not sure, but it is just the outer tile.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's not the... You can see it's not the inner one. It's hard to focus on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the
I think it's just cosmetic, but we will probably have it looked at to see if we can get her fixed up. And then as well, it needs a full service before we use it. This. I'd love to know, actually, do you guys, anyone who knows about tiles and whatnot, are these original? If so, we'll keep them. If not, might swap them out to something cooler. But if they're original, well, we'd have to keep them, wouldn't we?
Trying to find problems.
Trying to find more problems, mate. Oh yeah, holes. Down here is where the old TV cable was so lovingly installed. This needs fixing. Let's check out the kitchen again. Okay, it's obvious. Absolutely everything needs doing in here. We love the decor, but unfortunately it is in a terrible state. It's a little bit hard to see on camera. It is in so many pieces and it's had strange stuff stained all over it that we can't get off. The ceiling needs a bit of love. The cupboards all need at least a repaint. Got some dodgy electrics behind here. This is where the fridge was leaking beautifully for years into the house because the electricity was somehow left on and the house was open to, what's it called? The elements. So this is not live anymore, just to mention, but you can see it's not particularly nice. Not nice. This all needs to go. What we're thinking is to take this out and see if we can fit another fridge in here, if possible, if the dimensions are right. We haven't checked yet. It's not on top of the list. We're currently using the cellar as a fridge until it gets too warm, but so far everything's keeping pretty good down there, including things like milk and whatnot. So yeah, that's coming out. We showed you the sink last week. Yes, but what we didn't show you was the underneath. Let me introduce to you 1945 plumbing, baby. As you can see, there is a nice leaky hole here that goes into this bottle. This will need updating, for sure. All of the cupboards are going to get a repaint, but they're in pretty good condition. There's areas like this. We're going to have to figure out what to do with it. Any ideas are welcome. Please comment. So obviously this is where the old stove would have been many moons ago. The other thing, this whole unit makes a lovely buzzing sound constantly. And it isn't even really wood. This is like that plastic, what do you call it? I don't know. So this is probably going to have to come out. Don't know about this. And we'll probably have to take a look at the ventilation. Yummy. Anything else you can think of? Oh yeah, I mean, most of the blinds still work. Pretty sure they're original too. I don't know. Anyway, this one has snapped on the inside. So a really fun project will be how to fix these blinds. And again, if anyone's got any advice on those, please comment, because
they do open. Again, the window's open in the middle, so you
yeah,
can take them out.
So you can take them out. But other than that, the rest of the blinds all work, don't they?
Alright, and then the next room is this. I've sprayed the rolling system in here. Up here, I've sprayed it with all sorts of lubricant, but it doesn't seem to help. So I don't know if the door's not aligned correctly, or but how do you start on something that's inside the wall? Oh, you scared me. No. It's one of those guys. See ya? It's one of those fairies.
No, it's not.
I'm not sure. Now you made me doubt.
Yeah.
What do we do with them though?
Not sure.
See ya. Opa, got a big stinger on it.
Yeah, I thought it did have a stinger.
Not sure how to restore this. How does it come out? Do you take the wall apart? Does it click out somehow? Not sure. If anyone knows how to deal with non-sliding sliding doors, please let us know what to do.
All right, let's take this show upstairs, shall we? Cheers. I mean, it's pretty obvious from the get-go what needs doing up here. I think we're all pretty well acquainted. We're not entirely sure where the hole is in the roof that's causing this side. So that's still something that needs to be looked into. But whenever it has heavily rained, there's not been any new leakage. So we're thinking perhaps it was already fixed at all. We don't know. This needs fixing, obviously. We know this rot very well. This is the rot that stems from the hole in the roof that Otto kind of patched over. But the whole structure underneath is going to need replacing, I think, at least in the area. In this area. In the areas.
See the neighbours in back?
Yes.
That cork that's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Push it out and I'll put it back in.
Here there is a hole to outside, which we've fixed beautifully, which Otto has fixed beautifully, with the use of a good old cork. Whack that in there.
Let's put it back.
Fixed.
That was good.
Good as new, to be honest. Right, give them a shot of inside there, if you can. Very nice. All right, guys, come on through to the bathroom. Anyone fancy using the facilities? Feel free to pop round whenever. Here we have the inside of whoopah! Okay, here we have the inside of the window that never closes. Fine at this time of year, but we're going to want to get all of this fixed, obviously, before late autumn, winter. Nice fly there to go with it as well. Really adds to the vibe, doesn't it? Welcome to Otto's hole.
Oi.
This is where the pipes were leaking, and Otto had to do a little bit of excavation work, quick sharp. Here you go, for a better look.
There's one there. Yeah. No one's there somewhere.
This is where the sink was. If you take things back to episode 2, I think it was, you'll see Otto getting rid of the sink. That's going to need replacing. The bathtub is going to obviously need to move up from the cellar at some point, or maybe a shower. What do you guys reckon for this room? Do you reckon we should have a bath, shower, wet room? We're really open to hearing some ideas. Another one for Pinterest, I suppose. Hello from the other side. Hello from the other side. away. So, into the main bedroom. This needs fixing. Again, any ideas on how to sort all the flooring that's got the concrete bits would be really appreciated. And then following on from there, the chimney vent. Chimney ventilation station.
Alright, next up we are continuing with Michaela's favourite hole. It's all part of the same hole. So in here is the crawling space behind the bathroom. A little bit of work here. The main electricity comes in here, so that'll be fun to reroute at some point. But feel quite positive about it all. Yes, it looks bad. Yes, it is like there's a hole, and then again, it's all only a bit of wood and nails, isn't it?
Exactly. That's the spirit. Now, Otto is about to go up here into the attic. And the interesting thing here is going to be have the hornets or the bees or whatever those nests were, have they been reoccupied or not?
I don't know.
Because last time he was up there when we first viewed the house, when we first moved in, there was two nests, right?
Well, there was a few like tennis ball size, but there was one that was quite, like a basketball. So
yeah, this is going to be fun.
all right, let's have a look. All right, let's have a look here. That's where the swan neck goes through. Something in there.
Whoa, it is hot up here.
Very so. Pretty good sauna up here, to be honest.
I felt that.
Also, tusen tack Elke, Christian and Mario for lending us the ladders. Because I don't know how we would have done it without them, to be honest.
Yeah, we wouldn't have. All right, boys and girls. I think it's time to head down into the cellar. Don't forget to keep watching for the most disgusting bit of all. We haven't covered that yet. That is still to come.
Surprise!
Surprise, mother. We're going to be showing you the very worst thing. The worst part that we're living with at the moment. And it's not a small thing. It's a ruddy, great big pile. Stay tuned. All right. Down, down, down at the bottom of the sea where the little fish nibble at your bones. The very last place you'd want to be is the locker of Davy Jones. All right.
Alright.
All right. Some of you absolute bloody legends. No, but seriously, we had quite a few comments on our last video, which was the full house tour. Go back if you haven't watched it. I know I've already said it, but please do. We have had. No, do you know what? Past tense. We had a broken freezer. We had, but hopefully, with your help, it's now fixed after having it turned upside down for 24 hours. All right, so now we're going to...
We've done the best job here because we left the cables around, so don't do this at home, I'd say, because you might just damage your cables.
Well, you'd have to do it at home if your fridge is at home. But just don't do it like this at home. All right then, time to turn this show around. And a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. How much does it weigh, roughly?
I don't know.
20 kilograms?
20?
50?
This probably like, yeah, I'd say 50, maybe a bit more.
Asia Scandia. Asia Scandia. Asia. What year is this? 1996.
Huh?
Beautiful. Alright. Time for the big reveal.
Well, it'll work. We'll have to wait to see if it actually cools. So, as mentioned in the previous video, the stairs have, well, at the very least 1 or 2 little friends. We've got woodworm, so we are still trying to treat it with vinegar, because the last thing we want to be doing is replacing the stairs. But if anyone has any other natural tips we can use, please let us know down below. So at some point we'll be rewiring everything, and then we'll be replacing the fuse box to a more up-to-date one. These are out because I am currently working on the circle pump. So here we got the tank and the oil burner slash boiler. Currently trying to figure out how to get it going, because we do have this still 3/4 full in centimeters, so it goes to 150. It's about on 90. So yeah, if I can get the oil burner going, that would be amazing. If not, I think someone's mentioned in the comments that you could convert them to wood or wood pellets.
I think he mentioned that it could already be.
Or already be.
Yeah.
If we can have some more info on that, that'd be interesting, because I don't know, there's 3 different latches on there. There's the top one, the main one. I thought they were just all 3 for maintenance, but I might be wrong. So there's a big one on top with a vent here. Then there is the oil burner that's attached to the middle one. And then there's a smaller one on the bottom that also has some sort of latch that goes up and down. That seems to be the same size. I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but let us know, because I'm really intrigued. All right, and then we have our beautiful windows down here. Some of them are still all right. They all do need resealing, but that one is not closing. I think it's water damage. And there is, I don't know if you can see it, but the window is broken, both in and outside one. So that'll be need replacement. Might be able to put cat flap in there for Tony.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually.
Then we go into our washing room for ourselves and our clothes. There's not much to do in here, really. Yeah, in here we just need to move the bath out upstairs once the roof is fixed. And we're doing everything, toilet and bath in the same room. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I've cleaned it out, so I think it's ready to go, in all honesty. I think main thing is that our chimney is clean, because it seems to be solid all the way down. Solid with twigs, soot, all of it. Years and years and years. But yeah, basement is actually quite alright, to be honest. It's mainly the oil burner we want to get going, so we can heat the place up for the winter.
All right, babe, I think it's time.
The big reveal.
They've waited long enough. Nobody knows. No one's going to
never
know. They'll never know. But we've chosen to tell you guys because, well, we're close enough now, aren't we?
We've been hiding it pretty well.
We've been
so
hiding
far.
a big bump.
No.
No, not one of those.
Beautiful out here.
It's really beautiful out here.
It's our big ass garden.
It's beautiful out here. Until you see this.
So, this
is all of it.
Is everything that was in there. And I think in the first or second video you can see us, or me, throwing it through the window.
To the wall.
And that's where I stayed. Because our van situation. We did require really nice people with container services to do it. But that unfortunately was just above our budget.
It's around about £1,000, no, 10,000 crowns or so, because
so
it's
1,000 euros. Yeah.
So the plan is, right, we're going to get the Vanason back on the road, and we're going to start taking this stuff to the recycling centre. Sadly, on a motorbike. It's
Well, it's not impossible,
but it'll be a very slow
small bits
by bit.
Bit by bit. It's about a 15-20 minute drive to recycling park. It's for free, so why not? We'll pay the fuel for it, and that's it. It's a bit of labour. We enjoy that.
So yeah, here you have it, guys. Bam! As you can see, there's a little bit of stuff. We're not letting this get us down, are we, babe? Well, some days. Some days this is annoying. Because that right there is our kitchen window where we make our coffee in the morning. And right here is the view that we look out upon. But then beyond that, show the people, there's a wild jungle here to be enjoyed. So that also needs doing. That's another job that needs doing, is sorting out the garden. But for all of this to happen, for all of our dreams to come true, we need our van to be back on the road. Or for another van to magically appear in our lives somehow. All right, lovers. That's it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for joining us and for hanging out. We hope this hasn't put you off too much. all in all, we're feeling incredibly optimistic, aren't we?
Yeah, I actually feel really relieved showing this.
I feel like we've been hiding a dirty secret, and now you know about it and everything feels alright.
Well, we have. This is dirty.
It says dirty.
It was a bit of a secret.
Yeah, it was a secret. But listen, it's high up on our priority list. This isn't how we want to live. This is just how we're having to live at the moment. So the faster we get the van back on the road, be gone! Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Buy us a coffee if you fancy supporting one of our many projects. Until next week, love you.